is The Early Years by Wisdom Tree. It has 3 games in one. We're going to be doing The Wise Men. You've heard of The Wise Men, right? Let's just get started real quick here. Hope you like this music. 3, 2, 1, bloop. Here it is. I'm a wise man, and we are trying to get to baby Jesus as the wise men. And you want to jump over things for sure. And we want to dodge health as much as possible, because you have to answer Bible trivia to answer, or you have to answer correctly on Bible trivia questions to get more health. And that's pretty slow because you have to wait for the text to appear. Alright, we got some grapes. There's different fruit, and those are special attacks. They're only a one-time use attack, though. So we got grapes in advance for a boss fight at the end of this level. We can kill it in one hit with the grapes. Oh, I messed up. So these stun you if you're touching the ground, and I'm doing a pretty bad job of not getting stunned. Alright. And you might be wondering, now, this doesn't look like a bad game either, right? Well, it is. In fact. Wow. So the controls are extremely, extremely slippery. The enemy knockback is all over the place. It's really bad. As far as Wisdom Tree games go, it may be one of the better Wisdom Tree games. Maybe. As far as the platformer, like level design and whatnot is, but it is so hard to do anything. It's so hard to move. Like, these guys, they don't die from your regular attack, and they knock you back, and things can just like combo you to death really, really fast. Like right here, it's very, ooh, dangerous, very dangerous. But yeah, it's just a lot of platforming really, and really bad, awkward controls and physics. Now you see the point items I'm getting on occasion that go boop when I touch them. That'll vary between levels. It's either going to be gold, frankincense, or myrrh. It has no purpose. And correct, this does not have the Nintendo seal of quality. Shoot, I should have taken more damage probably. This is gonna be a little bit slow, but it's gonna be safer in the long run. And I don't want to die because that would be really slow. So I'm gonna die here instead and get full health to start this level, because this is a long one. Also, so this is the fastest way to recover health, is to take an intentional death at the beginning of a level, because answering Bible trivia will only give you 1 bar of health, 1 scroll of health, and taking a death will refill it completely. However, if you take a death from falling in a hole, that does not refill your health for some reason. Alright, so we're going to need a lot of health on this level because it is long and there's some stuff we have to tank through. And this is one of these door maze sort of levels that NES games love to have, where you actually have to re-enter the door you just came out of to solve it, which doesn't make any sense, but it's not the only game that does that. So here is where we wanted our health for. Sometimes you take more damage here than usual, but actually low damage this time. This again, right. Okay. We're on pace for not dying. Alright. And like I said, I hope you like this music, because this is the only music in the entire game. Enjoy. Alright, we got a really tricky jump coming up. If I make it, it saves like 30 seconds. Or rather, if I don't make it, it loses like... we lose 30 seconds. LOL. Which version of the cart is this? I believe it's 1.3. I'm actually playing on the Kickstarted re-release by Wisdom Tree that has all of the Wisdom Tree games on 1 cartridge. Oh, so I had to get the Banana of Shame, by the way. The Banana of Shame is reusable if you catch it. But it's also a very slow route, so... we didn't make the really tricky jump, now I have to use the Banana of Shame. Alright. But otherwise my health is in good shape, so there's not too much worry of having to restart this or anything like that. I just can't stress enough how slippery this game is. It is so hard to do any platforming. To give you an idea of how hard it is, Author Blues didn't want to run it. So that's basically to sum it up. I don't know if that's because it's hard or just because it's no fun, but... Oh yeah, this is not the Wisdom Tree plug and play. This is actually the NES cartridge, though. It's an NES cartridge with all the games on it. Oh, this level has a really neat strat. It's very difficult, so don't expect me to get it. But if you shoot the grapes while jumping, they shoot backwards. And if you shoot one of these pillars that flies at you, the pillar reverses direction. Oh, I just barely didn't get it. I have another chance to the next level. It will reverse the direction of the pillar and push you really fast through the level. But you have to do some tricky hopping to not fall in a hole, and yeah, it's pretty rough. It's really swagtastic, though. So we're just gonna push these guys off cliffs. I'm just gonna push myself off a cliff. Did I tell you how bad the controls are? They're really bad. I can't even land on things, and you may have noticed how I walked across the bottom there for a second. That unfortunately is not helpful for speedruns. It just waits until the animation finishes before it lets me die. Alright. Ah, man, I wanted to get the cool trick, but it's not happening. Sorry, guys. No fun. Instead, we have these very precarious platforms. Yay. So, what else is there to say about this, really? I did a run of this for AGDQ a few years ago, so if you want to see a run, there is one. There's also one happening right now, so you can watch this one too. That's probably an easier way of doing it. Alright, I have down to half a scroll of health, so it's fine. Whoops. There's another... Oh, I despawned it. Neat. There's a pillar that tries to push you off. Wow, I'm not jumping, but not dying. Nice. So now that I'm down to, like, nothing... Oh, this level does not present a fast way of killing myself, so I'm gonna have to just deal with it, and hopefully not take any damage for the rest. And this level... Oh... words. Okay. What was I gonna say? These two scrolls here, you don't have to answer trivia for. Neat. There's a bear. This could in fact be Epic Dumpster Bear, or it could be Eco Bear 2000. The falling of those little spore spawn things is random, but the falling of the fruit I need to do damage is not random. It falls wherever I'm standing, essentially. Oh boy, that was close. Okay. One more. He can still hurt you as he's dying. Oh, I accidentally got trivia. And behold, there talked with him two men, which were Bloop and Moses, obviously. I mean, easy one. Okay. What are those things, anyway? I really don't know what they are. This music is jamming. Moving on. Boop. I ran out of things things to say, everybody. I owned this game as a kid, actually. This is one of the first speed games I learned, because I owned this as a kid, and it was one of the few wisdom trees that did not have any speedruns of it. So I did it myself. And that's how we are here today. I didn't want to play it again, but I'm playing it again for your enjoyment. And now we have a rematch with the bear. There are, in fact, bears in the Bible. There is a part in the Bible, this is no lie, where there's a guy who is being made fun of by bad other people. And so he summons a bear, and the bear destroys them. The bear comes and just eats a bunch of teenagers. It's in there. Oh, I didn't get the apple. Alright. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, man. So, whenever I did this run, when I did this part in Awesome Games Done Quick, I was making up random facts that were completely BS. And nobody laughed, either because it wasn't funny or they didn't realize that it was not even true. Like, even my mom was faked out. I said that this like lava death fortress I'm about to cross, I said it was from the Book of Methuselah, and there is no Book of Methuselah. So right here, she's like, oh, this must be one of those Catholic games. I haven't heard of the Book of Methuselah. I'm like, no, Mom, I was just making stuff up. So these bats are actually really tricky. They spawn according to how high the screen is scrolled, and so you want to do things very carefully, because otherwise they'll knock you off the platforms, and that's really bad. This is a level that zigzags up, and if you fall all the way down, it's like a disaster. Really, really slow. So we're in pretty good shape. There's one more place where I can fall on it and have it be a disaster, but the health is good, so I'm not too concerned. It's coming up though. Serious time. This bat, I hate it. These platforms, hate them. Oh, the knockback that could have happened there could have been a disaster, but we're fine. Baby Jesus is gonna get his Christmas presents after all. That was the hardest part of the game, probably. Whoop! Alright. I want to have exactly as much health as I currently have. So shoutouts to me for having exactly enough health. Because there's a part where I pretty much always take damage, and I am going to need to be able to take that damage. What do you think about this? I ask what you think, but I can really hardly read the chat on this game, so hopefully you're entertained, because there's not a lot to say about it. It's just platforming. It's a lot of platforming. There are also runs of the other two games on this cartridge too, so if you're interested, there are 2 more games on King of Kings. One of them also I did for AGDQ, and one of them has not been in AGDQ, but does have runs. I did not run it, but there are runs. And they have different music, so that's a plus. Yes, NPC here knows. Shoutouts to NPC for being a brave soul. I'm gonna take a death. I'm gonna take a duck. These ducks are murderous ducks. Also, I don't think I mentioned it, but whenever you die, on that menu screen, there is an option to play a different game, which I think is pretty good indication of what this game is like. That it's like, you sure you want to keep playing? Continue, restart level, or, you know, maybe just play something else. Alright, you can stun lock this guy. I sort of stun locked him, but it was slow. Also, watch out for your eyes. This waterfall is horrible. Also, waterfall sharks. These guys will combo you to death. Do not even tempt the fate with the waterfall sharks. It's disaster. We're coming up on things. One more flashy waterfall level of waterfall sharks. And the hardest platforming in the game. Even though I said that the other part was the hardest in the game, this is actually the hardest, because I forgot about this. It's hardest, but it's less punishing if you die. I didn't hold the B button, so I dumbed. See? Less punishing if we die. It's right here. Not even a problem. You just gotta believe. You gotta have faith. And you can walk on water with platforms. Unbelievable! The physics are so bad. Okay. You just gotta believe. Unbelievable. These fish will knock you off too, so you gotta be very careful here. And this guy, if he's allowed to attack, will throw poop at you or something and knock you off. So hopefully oh, he threw a poop. We're fine. On to the last level. Excellent. We're almost to baby Jesus, guys. I jumped when I should have janked. Oh dear. We're in trouble now. Wow, I should have died right there. And instead I'm gonna die right here. I find your lack of faith disturbing. I just want to extend as long as I can possibly allow. I want more screen time. I have pride, sin of pride, and whatever else. Okay, this time is for sure success, though. You can aim your spit, by the way, as the camel. Nice. Excellent. It's in the clear now. It's a straight shot to baby Jesus. Get some more gold and frankincense, myrrh, whatever the heck this is, and we are on our way. And we made it. We made it. Oop. Yeah, final time of 0. There it is. Baby Jesus! Yay! He's got his straw hat on. We got the devious angel, the legless Mary and Joseph. Wow. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we will move on to the next thing. What is the next thing, you ask? You'll just have to wait and see, because I forgot. Bye!